Right then, my hearties, are you ready to find out what your literacy job is today based on our new story? So today, I'd like you to think about what you would be like if you were a pirate. In our story, we met two different types of pirates, didn't we? We had the little girl pirates who were very clever, very brave and very sneaky, because they stole the front of Tom's house and they managed to scare the big grown-up pirates away, didn't we? And then we had the big grown-up pirates who looked like normal pirates. They looked like the pirates I picture when I think of pirates in my head. But they weren't very brave at all, were they? They just slept and then they ran away. So if you were a pirate, what kind of pirate would you be? Would you be like the grown-up pirates? Or would you be like the little girl pirates? Now, the first thing I'd like you to do is to decide what you would look like if you were a pirate. So what would you wear? Would you be like the little girl captain here with her big captain's hat and her eye patch and her sword and her boots and her smart coat? Would you be like this little girl pirate who's a bit more casual, isn't she? She's just got a t-shirt and some trousers on and she's wearing a bandana or a scarf rather than a big captain's hat. Well, this little girl pirate here, look, she's got bones on her hat. Ooh. And then if we look at these pirates, we've got eye patches, earrings, okay? Here's the captain over here. You can tell he's the captain there because his clothes are a bit smarter than everyone else's. We've got a belt with a sword in here. What would you wear? What would you dress like if you were a pirate? Now, the way you can show me is either by drawing me a picture in your home learning book, and you can see here, I've just had a quick go at drawing what I'd look like as a pirate. I've just done my neck and my head because I was being quick. But when you draw your picture, you could do your whole body for me so I can see all of the clothes that you'd wear. Would you have boots? Would you have shorts or trousers? Would you have a t-shirt or a jacket? Would you have a belt? Would you have a sword? Would you have an earring? Would you have an eye patch? Would you have a bandana or a hat? So many things you could show me in your picture. So you draw your picture for me in your home learning book. Or if you've got some dressing up bits and bobs, why don't you dress up as a pirate for me and show me what you'd look like if you were a pirate? Get yourself all dressed up smart and then you could take a picture. And that would show me, wouldn't it? So you can choose today, guys. You can either draw it or dress up and take a picture for me. Now you can see here, I've definitely gone for an eye patch. I like the idea of having an eye patch. I'd have my long curly hair all loose like the little girl pirate captain did. And I definitely have a captain's hat, I think. And I've given myself a nice earring as well because I like wearing earrings. So you have a think, guys, what would you look like if you were a pirate? And then once you've decided on those details, there are 3 other things I want you to think about carefully. What would your pirate name be? Now, I'm pretty sure that pirates aren't just called Meg or Simon or Dave, are they? They tend to have slightly more fearsome names than that. So would you be Captain Bloodbeard? Or would you be like Captain Patch in the story? What would your pirate name be if you could choose any name? Would it be a friendly name or would you want to sound like a scary pirate? Once you've decided what your name is going to be, I'd like you to tell me what you're going to be like as a pirate. So those little girl pirates, they were clever, weren't they? Clever and brave and sneaky. They were clever and sneaky because they stole a house to disguise themselves to sneak up on the big pirates. And they were brave because they didn't mind that the big pirates were more grown up than them, did they? They went and they got their treasure anyway. Very brave if you ask me. Or are you going to be like the grown-up pirates who were a bit, well, they were a bit lazy, first of all, weren't they? Because they just slept all the time. And they were a bit of scaredy cats. They ran away from the little girls. Have a think. What adjectives could you use to describe what kind of pirate you'd be? A bit like those ones we used for Super Tato last week. Which ones would you use for you as a pirate? And then the last thing I want you to think about is, what would you spend your time doing if you were a pirate? Would you be like the little girl pirates, off on adventures and hunting for treasure and stealing the front of houses? Or would you be like the grown-up pirates and just sleep and be a bit lazy and just hang around the treasure that you've already got on an island? What would you do? Once you've had a little think, I'd like you to complete these 3 sentences for me in your home learning book. Now, you could copy the first bit of the sentence, and I've put them on the card so you can copy them. Or you could print the card out and stick that in your book and then complete the sentences. Or, of course, you could get your grown-up to write the sentence starter down for you, and then you can write your ideas after. It's completely up to you. So you've got, where have I put my pen? Here it is. So your first sentence starter is pirate name. So then you're going to write what your pirate name would be. I think my pirate name would be Captain, because I'd like to be a captain. And I am a bit like a captain, aren't I? Because I'm in charge of Starfish class and I'm in charge of our home learning. So I'm kind of like your captain this week. I would be called Captain Red Sox, because I've got red socks on today. So I'm going to be Captain Red Sox. That would be my pirate name. And then if I was a pirate, I would want to be clever, and I'd like to think that I would be sneaky, so I could creep around and get lots of treasure. So clever and sneaky. A bit like the little girl pirates in the story. I thought they were pretty fabulous. So see if you can choose 2 adjectives that would describe what you'd be like as a pirate for me. And then the last one, what would you spend your time doing? If I was a pirate, I would definitely spend my time sailing on the sea, because I love being on the sea. So I would spend my time sailing on the sea and looking for desert islands. I would spend my time sailing on the sea. Okay? And of course, guys, if you want to put even more detail in about all the things that you could do, or that you would do, I should say, then of course you can. This is just a quick example to show you what I mean. All right, shipmates, off you go then. Draw yourself as a pirate and think about all the things you'd have, or dress up as a pirate and take a photo of what you'd look like, and then decide pirate name, what you'd be like and what you'd do, and make a note of it in your home learning book for me. I can't wait to see what kind of pirates I've got in my shipmates today. Have fun, guys, and I'll see you for your maths lesson after break.